Hi everybody and welcome to Season 2 of Into the Vault. My name is Kris and I'm here to show you dumb things that I have laying around my house because somebody somewhere thinks that that's a great idea. So I'm going to show you probably the dumbest thing I have in my collection, and that is this business right here. This is the complete Nintendo animated cinematic universe from... Oh boy, 1989. Wow, what a good year. So this is the Super Mario Bros. Super Show, The Adventures of Super Mario Bros. 3, The Legend of Zelda, and Captain N the Game Master, and other assorted effluvia. So let's take a look, shall we? This is Season 1 of the Super Mario Bros. Super Show, with Captain Lou Albano as the voice of Mario, and good old Danny Wells as Luigi. And yes, they're both dead. So this is a 4-disc set with some really killer artwork on it. Look at that. Look at that. And this, what I loved about this show in particular is that this was Super Mario 1 and Super Mario 2 at this point. So it's got all these pieces of Super Mario 2. Bowser is King Koopa, Peach is Princess Toadstool, you know, and a lot of these things that we know now in the Mario universe weren't really well established. So this ran for the first season. There was also a second season, which is captured in Super Mario Bros. Super Show Volume 2. What's neat about this one is this isn't a fold-out. This has got individual discs and whatnot, individual DVD boxes. And I mean, look at the artwork for Princess Toadstool right here. I mean, she's got this red hair, which is just fantastic. Mario is fat. that man is fat. But this show is not good. I'll explain it to you that way. If you've never seen this before, don't. Season 1 is on Netflix, so you can check it out there, but I don't know if it's really worth seeking out per se, because it's not very good, but it's very nostalgic for me. When I was a kid, running home to see this show every day after school was it was the thing to do, man. The way the show worked was we ran 5 days a week. It was syndication straight off the bat. So it was a 5 days a week show, except for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday were the Super Mario Brothers shows. But on Friday, you got an episode of The Legend of Zelda. That was every Friday. So, and they would play promos for it all week long. And this was it for me. I lived for Friday so that I could watch this Zelda cartoon, because I am and always have been a ridiculous Zelda fan, and this was that world animated. It wasn't great. It wasn't everything that my imagination had, but it was still really interesting to see. It used sound effects from the game in the cartoon. Link's voice was, well, let's say it left a little to be desired. His catchphrase was, "Excuse me, princess." So this is the discs. Let me straighten them out here so that they look, there's cool artwork behind it. So like you've got the discs and everything like so, but I'm going to take these out so you can see this gorgeous artwork sitting behind it. And I use the word gorgeous very loosely. Look at that. Look at those characters. Ganon is so weirdly drawn in this. This was very long before Ocarina of Time, so there was no human form of Ganon. He was just the pig. And this was a very interesting interpretation of him. He sounded a lot like Cobra Commander when he talked, so that's kind of neat. So that was the Zelda cartoon. It's, again, not great. We're not talking about Shakespeare here, but look at that. Look at that. Look at on the back. Another thing this show did really well is it made Zelda like kind of an action hero. It wasn't always Link saving the poor princess in the castle. Like, no, She wears pants. She has a boomerang. She messed things up whenever she needed to. She got out there. She was on the field with Link. Link was kind of date rapey. He was always trying to get a kiss from Zelda, and that was a little uncomfortable. So after the first 2 seasons, Super Mario 3 came out. Super Mario 3 was a huge, huge deal, and that's when we got The Adventures of Super Mario Bros. 3. Look at this box. Look at this box. It's so fantastic. Look at this artwork. This is insane. So Zelda was done by this point. They didn't really mess with the Zelda stuff in here, and that's fine. The show really started to drop off in quality at this point. but it is still really interesting to watch. That wasn't as bad as the show got, though. The show got worse a little bit after this, but we're going to take a little side trip to the more interesting Captain N, the Game Master. This show is fantastic. So this kid, Kevin, gets sucked into his TV with his dog, Duke. And I don't know if you can see this cast of characters on the back here. This has such remarkably poor interpretations of these characters. It's out of this world. So this one came on, 2 discs, discs 1 and 2, ta-da. Actually, no, it's 4 discs. Each one of these has 2 discs in it. Ain't that something? And this is actually a perfect situation to point out what these characters are. So you got Kevin and what's-her-face. I don't know her name. She's a princess of Videoland. Yeah, Videoland. I love it. And eventually they threw a sentient Game Boy into the mix because somebody thought that was a good plan. So when you look at this, you got Kevin and Princess Bimbo. Then you get these 2 discs, and I don't know if you can tell who this is from that disc art, but that is Simon Belmont. And Simon Belmont in this show was basically Vanity Smurf, which was not okay, because Castlevania is like kind of, by nature, very dark and dreary. Oh, good God, I'm glad I spotted this. You see these characters? We are looking at Mother Brain, the eggplant wizard from Kid Icarus, King Hippo, who's blue for some reason, and there's Dr. Wily, who actually kind of looks like Dr. Wily. Now on this one here, on this disc, you have Mega Man and Kid Icarus. No, not Pit, the name of the character in Kid Icarus. They called him Kid Icarus in this game. And he ended every sentence with the syllables Icarus. So if you wanted to go to the bathroom, he would have to go to the bathroom Icarus, which was dumb. But probably not as dumb as the cave troll that is Mega Man, who appears to be semi-based off of the bad box art Mega Man from Mega Man 1.
And he kind of talked like this, and it was really bad, and he said mega, mega
All the time. Oh, ugh, bad times. But this show is fascinating for so many reasons because of all the video games that they go in and out of. It's just masterful. Then you have the last of the bunch. This is Captain N and the New Super Mario World. This was when the quality had dropped all the way to the floor on both of these series, and it was neither of them is very good. They introduced Yoshi. What is that? Oh, it's just some dumb catalog. Whatever. If it was all video game related, I'd show it to you, but it's just all other dumb TV shows. So they introduced Yoshi and did all Super Mario World stuff. Captain Lou and Danny Wells had long since moved on from doing anything about this, and it was Super Mario World. There were cavemen everywhere. It was not good, and Super Mario World is one of my favorite games of all time, so it kind of breaks my heart to see that. And then the New Adventures of Captain N. The budget for this went all over the floor, so there was just nothing. It was poorly animated, even more so than the original series, and it was just kind of garbage. But I had to have it, because it was part of that universe, and it's part of Nintendo history, and it's freaking fascinating, especially part of American Nintendo history. So I know this is a bit longer of an episode than I usually do, but it's the season premiere, so I wanted to do something special and TV related, and I love this stuff. I'm so proud to own this stuff. I don't know if I'm ever going to show my kids this stuff, but I'm so happy I have it, because it's just nice to have it all firmly in my grasp. Now I'm just gonna have to check out those the Sonic the Hedgehog ones and see if they release Pac-Man or something on DVD. I gotta get the Mega Man DVDs. That was recently released. I want to buy me those. But we're gonna call it right here. Thank you very much for visiting me inside the vault, which is still not the name of the show. And see you next time.